Oh, well, Nate, you got a stiff drink for me? Ooh.
Hey, Carolina, are we still up? Who's that?
This is Nate, Michael. Michael, this is Nate.
Really, Carolina?
To Darian.
All these people?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I thought it was just us.
No.
Hey, Carolina.
Hi,
We still
Shante.
going out for our date, girl?
Oh, this is very awkward. Okay, I'm going through a hoe phase. All right, clearly I overbooked. But you know what? Why don't we just get into it?
Yeah, what's up for a nightcap? Chill, you know, kick back.
Welcome to the Nightcap. It's your girl, Carolina Sanchez. And baby, we talking about the hoe phase tonight. Don't worry, they are not all my partners. I ain't hoeing around, okay? But I have some friends who are willing to discuss. We've got to Darian Burklett back in the building.
Make it legal to send it to her, huh?
What?
All right.
Okay, sitting next to him, we've got Shante Nash back. And for the first time on the couch, we've got Michael Bailey.
My pleasure.
All right, before we talk about our personal hoe phases, if y'all didn't go there, let's watch a little video to kick things off.
One thing I will never regret is having a hoe phase. I sit here now in a very happy relationship. I'm content being with one person. Sometimes I think back to the man I used to be. Ooh! June 2021, I was catching bodies. It was like a fishing rod that was catching everything but chlamydia. And while I've low self-respect, low self-confidence if you're sleeping with whoever, I cannot relate. I felt my confidence grow because I was like, damn, I'm some hot ass dudes. Maybe it's a hot take, but my hoe phase gets a 5-star review on Yelp.
Only white people review Yelp.
Oh, that's not true.
I
Shout
thought
out
black
to my
people do
general
Googles.
manager who very much loves to review things on
Google.
Yelp. Okay, but let's talk about the hoe phase. Do we agree? 5-star review? Ooh, okay. How do y'all feel about your have y'all had hoe phases?
That was some time ago.
Yeah, some years ago.
I feel good about it. I think it's
Okay.
necessary for the cause.
Necessary for the cause.
Yeah, because you know, nowadays women need that in their life. And so the guys that will take the step to go through the whole phase to help these women out around the world, you know what I'm saying, through those tough times in their life, like I think it's necessary.
I'm so sorry.
You know what I mean?
Please clarify.
Like, basically what I'm saying is like, a lot of guys would rather be wholesome men, God-fearing, you know, type of stuff, you know, one woman. But
Right.
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 there comes a time in a woman's life where she want to go through a whole phase. And you know what? Us guys got to slay the dragon. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So
You got to be the vessel.
hey, you got to.
It's
But
a
the whole
public
phase is
service.
like
It's a public service.
Okay.
This is your PSA. I got it.
Shantae, darling,
Yes.
your hoe phase.
Well, that was a long time ago. I
ago.
think my whole phase started when I first lost my virginity. I just couldn't stop it. I just kept doing it.
Oh,
Yeah, it just happened. When it first started, I just kept doing it.
okay. That's
is
an
that?
interesting take.
Yeah, as soon as I started doing it, I kept doing it and doing it and doing it.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
And doing it and doing like I just kept doing it.
Okay. Michael.
Yeah, I think a whole phase is important because I think and for your,
He's like, I'm not getting personal
Well-
yet, but let's talk.
well, I mean, like
generically.
everyone's had one. Let's be honest. Like everyone's had a hoe phase of some concept or level or another. But I think it's important so you can like learn about yourself sexually, learn what your do's and don'ts
good
are. It's I mean, like it's that kind of trial and error. Like tried it, not for me. Well done.
Okay, so you had a very explorative.
Yeah,
hoe
I mean, like, cause like
phase.
being gay, no one teaches you what to do. Like my mom is sitting me down, but like this goes and that, and so you're like you're kind of on
To
your
be
own.
fair, my mom didn't exactly say that either
Right,
to me.
So yeah, so you had to kind of learn on your own.
No, but I mean, like, I think it's a good thing too because, like, it's like that's good practice for you. Because the only way to get good at something is to constantly do it.
Right.
And so if
Get
you're
your
having
reps up.
a lot of sex,
Yep.
and then if you're having a lot of sex back to back, then I mean you can really get in a rhythm. And then now you finding your stroke. Now you know what it
Finding
feels like.
your
Yeah,
stroke.
you gotta find your stroke.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. That's why sometimes when
Skills
you,
development.
you know,
That's
you ever
great.
have sex with a guy and he rabbit humping, that's because he ain't used to getting it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then you have sex with a guy and you getting that thing and he's slow rolling it, he taking his time, he easing it up in there.
experienced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that comes with having the whole phase. The whole phase will give you a lot of experience.
Agreed.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that is true though. Like, I mean,
So
you
do you
learn.
guys think you guys are better, and not just guys, do all of you think you're better lays because of your hoe
Yeah,
phase?
definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. I think for me, it was like women wanted to satisfy me. You know what I'm saying? And like, so by women wanting to satisfy me, I think I'm just better in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's because I had a whole phase or not. I think just because,
all right.
you know, being a
That
Casanova.
is,
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the opposite. right? Like you
Yeah.
satisfying
Can you weigh in on
them
this?
would be the best way for you to get better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nah, cause like, you know, some women want to
That's
start
like a
off on
path
top.
of least resistance.
What about when you meet a woman that like she's a on top bandit? You know what I'm saying? Like
Not
when
a-
she
So
wants
not
to like
Darian
start off.
being a pillow princess.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I'm
That
hearing.
sounds very
He
lazy.
want to be missionary.
Yeah.
But you have lazy moments, so I'm not hating on you because you always like I did legs and I don't want to do anything. It's people lazy moment, but not always. You gotta
you
do.
know,
You gotta
you
put the
are.
work in.
Overall, though, you know, like just like having sex and just going through that phase, I think like you just got to be careful too, though, because you have to be safe. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely.
how many bodies in a
Absolutely.
week? How many bodies in a day? How many bodies? You know, every 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? So, and how many people at one point in time?
2 hours.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, that
I'll
was
turn around
and
that's like the phase on top of the phase.
Y'all didn't hear about that woman that was like, she was trying to like break a record or something. She had like sex with like 100 and some guys in like a matter of like 12 hours, like 110 guys or something like
That's
that.
ridiculous.
She got that thing beat up, got the rooter to the toe it up.
I know.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so Darian has delivered a lot. I need to process. I know you need to process at home. We're gonna unpack the whole phase coming up next.
Missed out on the Nightcap? Well, head on over to our YouTube page and catch up with Carolina.
You can watch full episodes anytime you want. And don't forget to share it with your friends because we got to keep the conversation flowing.
So this one is not going to hurt as much as this one.
Watch the Nightcap at 11:30 on Fox 26 and anytime on Fox Soul. Welcome back to the Nightcap. I got my friends here discussing the hoe phase. We've got to Darian, Shantae, and Michael. The one thing we haven't done is actually defined it.
Got it.
What do we consider a hoe phase?
I mean, I want to say just being with multiple people, you know, on different occasions, of course.
Not every
and
2 hours?
That's not every 2 hours. My pocketbook can take that. But just, you know, not being with no regards. You're not even thinking about being with no one or real relationship. You just having sex, you know?
Yeah. So something more carnal, not as emotionally attached.
Yeah, no-
Physical.
Nothing romantic.
Yeah, libido driven. I mean, if romantic suits you, if that's your modality, then fine. You can. It's kind of superficial, like, oh, hey, how are you, babe? And then you hit it real quick. If that's what you got to do to get it, then that's different. But I mean, that's personal. That's personal. Like,
Okay.
not me.
Yeah.
But I think different partners is the kind of the key there.
Overall,
Yes,
just getting it
multiple
in.
partners.
Okay, multiple partners within a day, within a week, within months.
Years.
Whatever your extension
Yeah,
is.
whatever
Yeah,
your
whatever,
extension
yeah.
So there is no
Yeah,
time
no, no,
restriction.
no.
I don't
There's
think
no
so.
What
phase.
suits you?
Okay.
I mean, there can be levels of stages, you know, you know, especially if you an extra one if you're doing it like multiple
Okay,
men
so
in
to
days.
Darian is at the
Yeah, he's an
extra.
extra. He's an extra hoe
Okay,
stage.
so what would be like a beginner hoe stage?
A woman sleeping with like 2 or 3 men, like that's probably beginnerish.
Within
Within like a week.
Maybe a week.
Within a week.
Yeah, if she got 2 or 3 on the roster within
Yeah.
a week, that's
What-
like
as
a
a woman,
lot.
I mean, that's the
you
That's
decide.
that could
that's
be.
a little advanced too, though.
And why is that? Why are you speaking for women?
I was gonna say.
Oh, no, I
You
can't.
need
I
to
can't.
give me- yeah, you
I
need to
can't
speak for the
I can't
fellas.
speak for women, but my homegirls wanted me to say that.
Oh yeah, okay. Shout out to you.
Shout out to the
Darian's
homegirls.
homegirls.
You know what I'm saying?
Shantae, what would be beginner level? So you say 2 partners within.
She agreed.
Well, yeah, I want to say just, yeah, having more than one partner in a week or so is, to me, it's like beginner stage. It's, now, do you start developing like multiple partners within that week? Then you get into the intermediate, the middle stage. Then
Okay.
Like when you
His
like get like
days.
5 or 10. Stop saying me. I was just talking in general. Like 5 to 10 people and up. Like you're super whoring at that point. Like
yeah, like
you're
I
super
cannot
whoring.
even
That's a
imagine
lot.
like.
Shooting blanks.
I feel like I haven't had a hoe phase then.
Oh wow.
Or what
Because
if you
I've never done like multiple in a week.
Yeah.
Like my phase was, okay, so I was in a long-term relationship and after that I was like, baby, body's right, okay?
Okay.
I'm feral this summer.
Okay.
And so I had multiple partners throughout the summer,
Yes.
men and women. It was
Yes.
fun.
Yes, it's fun.
But like there was always one partner for a time.
Yeah.
They'd get attached and I'd be
Yeah.
like, bye. I explained what this was.
Yeah.
Next.
It's like a micro relationship. For a week of someone and then off the week. And then you know next for the next week. Yeah.
I never
So these
thought
are
it was
micro
relationships.
relationships, not a hoe phase?
I don't think so.
I always refer to that summer as my hoe phase.
Because I think that you develop these micro relationships where you get a little more involved. A hoe phase is like a hit it and quit it, possibly. Like it's just carnal sex. But you, for your security measures or safety, are probably getting to know them a little better, and then intimacy happens, and then
I don't know. I think
Since
you can have a
mine
whole
was so
phase.
long ago, I mean, literally, like I feel like when I first lost my virginity, it was just like starting a new job. Like I just wanted to keep doing it.
should
Like
clock in.
this
a
is
new
new to
hobby,
me.
a new skill
It's
that
new.
you're
I'm
trying
like,
to
oh my
develop.
God, this
Right.
is what this is. And I just, and that was a long time ago.
No, yeah, mine was a long time ago too. Okay, so
Interesting.
listen, we got to talk about the do's and the don'ts. Y'all ready?
Absolutely.
All right, after the break, we're going to discuss the do's and the don'ts of the hoe phase, which apparently I've never had. You stay right there. We'll be right back. We've got every episode of the Nightcap, and we can go for hours. Download the Fox Local app on any of the following smart TV platforms and get in on the fun. Welcome back to the Nightcap. We've been talking about the hoe phase with Tadarian, Shantae, and Michael. All right, y'all shamed me for my non-existent hoe phase, but my producer has developed the definition. She didn't develop it, she found it during the break.
Good.
And it's a period of time when someone is single and exploring their independence.
Good
I was
answer.
single and exploring
There
my
you go.
independence.
That's a good answer.
It was my hoe phase.
Good.
My hoe summer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been in a hoe phase for 20 years.
Yeah, judge your mama.
I've been in a hoe phase for a while now.
All right.
That's the
When it
case.
comes to the hoe phase, what are things you should absolutely do?
Protect yourself.
Bam. Tadarian?
Have fun.
Okay. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Enjoy it.
absolutely. Enjoy
Definitely enjoy it. Get out your
Hoe
system.
phase should be fun. It should not be a job. It should not be boring. It should not be work.
I agree to that.
Michael?
I'm going to echo protect yourself, like chemically, prophylactically, and also safe physically.
Yeah.
Like have your best friend know what you're into, so that way you're safe at all times and that nothing creepy happens. That's probably my biggest thing because it's fun to be fun. The hoe phase should be fun no matter what, but there's a whole element that you got to make sure that
Yeah.
there's disease and there's physical safety that you need to be considered about.
Oh, yeah.
I was definitely dangerous.
No, my best friend.
I was going to Brooklyn, Queens. I was going
Oh,
all
yeah,
over
oh.
New York City.
No way. So I was in
Without
Midtown.
telling
You
people.
was internationally with this.
See,
I was just
see, I was like,
So-
across
but-
the boroughs.
But when you're going through your whole
Oh.
phase, right? So what's the difference between like you're having sex with them with the condom on, but then y'all doing oral sex raw? Like that's the thing. Like I think like when I was going through my whole phase, like I wouldn't accept head.
You wouldn't accept
I
head.
wouldn't accept head.
that's your personal, your personal
Yeah.
parameters.
Yeah, that's
You should
that's
respect it,
your
yeah.
yeah, that's
like-
good.
Wait, like if someone brought a dental down, would you be like, really?
Yeah, that would probably kill the mood.
Right, you're like, oh, thanks. Yeah.
Or they might develop a new kink.
Or I
Who
think-
knows?
exactly.
I used to let them build it up to that. Like think they go get ready to give me the head, and I'm like, nah, I just we got to do it. Like I don't want the head.
But also, frequency develops trust. So the first two elements you may not, but as you develop a relationship or
Frequency
whatever kind
develops
of that,
trust. Is,
yeah.
I needed the trust for the whole thing. All right.
Absolutely, I gotta trust you.
What are the
you going
don'ts of the hoe phase? For me, is do not develop feelings.
Attachment.
Boom.
There you go, girl. You
Please.
took it right out my mouth.
catch it.
Attachments.
Don't
That's
catch
not
it.
what we're here for, sir.
No, it's not what we're here for.
Yeah.
I feel like one party always does, though.
Always.
If you're good.
If you're good.
So
I was younger when I went to
So
mine.
in that whole phase, so you don't like you're not looking for Mr. Right in that whole phase. Like you don't. What if you
No,
do find
no,
like
no.
no, not
You
in that.
hoeing around.
What if you run into the right hoe?
contradicting.
But you could run into the right hoe that could turn into like Mr. Right or Miss Right.
They always thought I was going to be
Good shit,
Mrs.
Will.
Right.
I
Absolutely
would catch you in a
not.
calendar month or two then, if that's okay. I'll catch you
Yeah,
on stage.
like, okay, like
Yeah,
can we double back? Can I come back?
Yeah, I would do that.
What do you mean?
Like come back. It's like, hey, we slept together in January. It was a hit us fling, but it's November. You ain't talking to nobody. I ain't
It's
talking to
cuffing
nobody.
season.
Yeah,
Let's
like
Yeah.
rekindle the
Yeah.
flame to create
Could
a
that-
huge bonfire,
right.
or just like for
It-
tonight?
Nah, like let's rekindle. Like could it go from the whole phase to an actual relationship if like time has passed?
I never got into a relationship with none of mine. And again, because I was younger.
I would
back
say
in
because
my
I mean for me,
college 20
the
years
reason I
ago.
asked that because I would say evidence. That's one of the biggest rules for me. Evidence. Like why you taking pictures, why you screenshotting, why you keeping memories of what we got going on. This is just a one night or 1 week thing. Let it go.
See, that's not
Who
hoe
doing
phase.
that?
That might
That's
be the-
Nobody's
emotional.
doing
That's,
that.
that's thinking y'all in
That'd be
a
the no-go.
situation.
Man,
Yeah.
we're in a social
That's a
media era. Everybody's on
situationship.
camera right now. Y'all see,
Not I, says the cat.
Evidence, like
It's never been a good angle, so I'm not down with
I'm
that.
weak.
Never been a good angle, so I'm not good with that. Like,
You
Yeah,
is
no,
crazy.
no. Okay, so Tadarian loves to record, is what we've learned tonight.
no, we said no evidence. Like we don't want to be recorded.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
That,
That'd be-
that must come from
That would kill
the
it
west
for me
side.
immediately. I'd be like, okay, shoes on, I'm out.
Or NDA. I'm just kidding. you don't need an NDA at the house. It's a
Yeah.
problem.
So that's the only don't. No attachment, no filming and
filming.
social mediaing and stuff.
Well, just evidence
Anything
in
else?
general. Like just evidence. Like
No evidence,
Like-
no attachment, no kiss and tell, or do we tell?
You already tell your best friend. Come on.
see what I'm saying? That's talking.
You always tell your best
I
friend.
mean,
I'm
know
not
what
sending
to do.
pictures. but I'm
I
telling you.
can't tell you what not to say and not to do, you know? I mean, because I'm sure I talked about it.
You did
talked
talk about it.
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely. Like you said, that's a matter of safety,
Yeah.
letting people know what I'm doing. And again, I was
Yeah.
young.
Do you approach the sexual partner with, hey, we ain't getting real serious now. Like, I'm just having fun?
I think that's understood.
Oh, it's just understood.
right in
We
the
don't
first-
discuss
be.
it. We
In your
just have
first
it.
coitus,
It's
it's
like-
understood.
Your first coitus.
After that,
I've been doing this show more than
No, you
2
gotta tell a
years,
woman what
and
y'all
I
are.
haven't heard coitus yet.
Gotta tell a woman
Your
what y'all are.
first
Well,
coitus.
I mean,
I
that
love
would
it.
be
I love it.
ideal,
Yeah.
but who just
Yeah.
walks around and say, hey, you know what, we in this hoe phase right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to be a hoe real quick. Nah, don't nobody just openly say that. I think it's just kind of just like a silent.
Yeah, but if you don't tell her
no.
that y'all just around, she'll assume that y'all building towards something.
I don't know. I
Who
was
does
always
that?
very upfront. I was upfront,
Who
like,
does
do
that?
not. This is
do?
fun.
in my world, you may not even know their name.
I
You may not
wish.
even, and not me, but friends. But they may not even exchange names.
Sounds good.
Baby,
And there's venues
this is why
where, there's
the gay
venues
world
where,
is so much more fun.
yeah, there's,
All right, listen, Nate behind the bar, who is not one of my partners, you saw him earlier, he's gonna show me how to make this delicious cocktail, or maybe a different one, I don't know. It's the Hoe Phase. You stay right there, we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Nightcap. I'm behind the bar because I've got Nate Bonsu here, and he made us a delicious traditional Irish coffee. But you're here to do what, baby? Back that glass up. Yes. Okay, so I was right. We're not making the Irish coffee.
No, we're not making that right.
What are we making?
We're gonna make something called a golden nail, which is a little riff of a traditional cocktail called the rusty nail.
Oh, okay. What's in the rusty nail before we get into the
So a
golden
rusty nail usually has blended scotch, something called drambuie, which is a spiced blended scotch liqueur, and just those two ingredients together.
Okay. All right, before we dive into this golden nail, what y'all have to know about Nate is he is the whiskey portfolio ambassador in Texas for Bacardi.
Yes, ma'am.
So he knows all about these whiskeys up here. And what you don't know about me is that I love me some whiskey. So I cannot wait to do this. What are we doing?
All right, so we're making that golden nail. We're gonna start out with 2 ounces of your Aberfeldy 12. It's a Highlands region scotch, single malt.
Okay, how much you said?
You wanna do 2 ounces.
2 ounces. And is this a build?
Yeah, it's a build.
Oh,
We're
okay.
starting with the
All
spirit
right.
first.
We're starting with the spirit for that's dangerous,
It
by the way,
is.
because I can potentially mess this up, but I
There we
won't.
go.
You tell me when I'm doing it wrong. He's
No, you
making me
got
do
it.
both of them. I didn't
Hey,
even
you took
ask.
the lead,
I
boo.
did. Okay, what's
All right,
next?
so the next ingredient, we're using Benedictine. So remember when I said drambuie for the rusty nail?
Yeah.
That has a little bit of spiced
I've never even heard of
honey
drambuie.
note to it.
Is that
And we're
this?
replacing that with Benedictine, which is very similar. It's a French liqueur.
I've never had this. I want some. Can you
It's
give
the
me a
first
shot
time for
glass so I can
everything, boo.
try it? How
Yes,
much
ma'am.
is how much of this?
So you want to do half an ounce.
Flippy flip. Okay.
Good pour.
Okay, look, Nate's proud of me.
Then here's your shot glass. So you
Okay,
can
so
try
what
it
should
out.
this taste like? I'm gonna do
So it's gonna taste in between like a honey spice liqueur with a little bit of licorice on the back.
Oh, that's
good,
good.
huh? Yes.
What? I've
Well-
never heard of this.
Yeah, it's been long running. If you have a little bit of bartending background, you might be familiar with it. And it's one of the oldest brands under the Bacardi portfolio.
Bada bing, bada boom. Learning something.
And
What's
then to
next?
really build on the stone fruit notes that are naturally in this Highlands area scotch, you want to use some apricot liqueur. So we're gonna do a 1/4 ounce of that.
A 1/4 ounce, the very bottom. Ooh,
There we go.
okay, he's proud of me. Okay.
All right, we got it. So now we're gonna take our bar spoon. And we're gonna flick that wrist.
I am terrible at flicking the wrist. They tell you
Man,
this?
Somebody told me that, but I believe it.
Okay, it's just the fingers that move.
Yeah, just the wrist. There we go. Then you want to do the same with the next one. Do you know why you're actually doing that right now?
Why?
It's just increasing the surface area contact between the ice and the spirits in there, and you're slightly diluting
Look at
the
this.
cocktail.
Somebody messed it up.
Kind of looks like something.
All right, listen. You heard the Hoe Phase conversation. What did you think? In here.
So I'll say this. I think the Hoe Phase is just a little bit of thriving and vibing.
Woo, thriving and vibing. All right, let's see what this golden nail is all about. That's good, baby. Good like a good Hoe Phase. Protect yourself. Make sure you communicate and don't build any sort of attachment, right?
Right.
All right, I know y'all thirsty. I can pull something up. All right, cheers to you. We'll see you guys next time.